Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Do you know that oranges aren't real?
Interesting.
Hey, welcome to the DriveTimes podcast. We're your host, the Dad Bods. My name is Alex.
Hey, I'm Tony.
And let's dive right into that.
Yeah, so, okay. What do you mean oranges aren't real?
They're not real. They're not naturally occurring fruits. You know, like the staple of American diets?
Yeah, so where do we get oranges from if they're not real?
So, oranges are actually a hybrid fruit of tangerines and pomelos, which are known as Chinese grapefruits.
Oh, so they've been, like, genetically spliced. So they're now, like, a legit real fruit.
Yeah.
But, okay, I was thinking, like...
In a sense.
What do you mean oranges aren't real?
They're not its own... Like, if you and I crawled out of our caves 1 billion years ago, we would never see an orange.
I was starting to think, like, Florida, the state that grows all the oranges, just was not...
Oranges aren't real.
They're just not real.
Florida isn't real.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so they've been genetically spliced between, what is it, grapefruits and...
Chinese grapefruits.
Chinese grapefruits. Interesting. That sounds good. I mean,
I'm
glad they
real.
did. I'm glad that
they're not real.
I'm glad that we made up oranges. Man, how sheltered do we have to be to just now figure this out?
We just take anything the government tells us.
Like, okay.
I'm telling you, dude. They're like, hey, oranges, it's the foundational principle of the American diet.
All right, I need
like,
some vitamin D. Sure.
It's C. It's not D.
Wait. So Sunny D gives you vitamin C?
E.
Oh, my God.
E. Not even.
Vitamin C isn't even real.
No, but that's insane to me.
That's interesting food facts.
I thought tangerines were the genetically modified fruit.
I just kind of said oranges are oranges and tangerines are, whatever.
Tangerines is the mommy.
And
pomelos, Chinese grapefruits, is the daddy.
So we are, like, mass producing and slaughtering their children. Oranges. Is what you're telling me. That's what I'm getting out of this.
I'm just saying a staple of American breakfast is a lie.
Right. It's time we rise up.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Yes. Interesting food facts. You want a completely unrelated interesting food fact?
Heck yeah.
You ever had Marmite?
You mean the disgusting thing that came out of Australia?
I think that's Vegemite. I think Marmite is like the British version or like the UK version.
I don't know. All I know is if it has "ite" in it, I ain't eating it.
Yeah, right. So Marmite, it's like it's yeast extract, right?
It's something really weird like that.
It's like if you take Nutella and you like throw some dirt in it and let it sit in the sun for 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
I think that is the equivalent of Marmite. Yeah, like at a youth group, you've had like the game, and when you lose, you have to take a big bite of Marmite.
Full of Marmite.
It's disgusting.
It's horrible.
So so the UK and Australians, if Vegemite, if they're into Vegemite, I guess the UK is into Marmite. Marmite as a brand is really trying to grab in a new audience and really trying to convert people to actually liking their stuff. So you know what their ad campaign is now?
What?
Hypnosis.
Like geeking on it or like trying to hypnotize people?
Marmite is trying to hypnotize people. They're trying to, what they quote...
Marmite the brand.
Marmite the brand is trying to hypnotize their haters and convert them to Marmite, into liking Marmite.
That's insane.
So, like, with Marmite or Vegemite or any ite, you either you love it or you hate it. Like, there's not really any in between.
Yeah.
So they're taking the people that hate it, and they are actually trying to hypnotize them into liking it. Marmite is serious about this. I mean, it could just be a clever ad campaign.
Serious,
I want to get hypnotized, but like they put it on everything. They put it on toast. They put it.
Why?
Just because it's like the staple of their diet. Just like oranges are fake to us, Marmite is real to them.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So If you just Google, that's what they keep saying. Just Google, search Marmite mind control, then you'll hear all about it. So, if you go to their website, you can apply for a unique mind control experience, and it could see them. They say you will walk away a fan of the quote the savory spread.
So there's a thing for me of like hypnotism in the sense of like maybe repeating a word or having a thought put into your head.
Like tricking your brain.
Tricking your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another thing to change the integrity and DNA of my taste buds.
Yeah, they're trying to completely
That's
change.
insane.
Rewrite the genetic code that makes up your taste buds into liking Marmite.
If they're successful with this, every brand is going to try to genetically modify your taste buds using some kind of scheme.
Right? Marmite is serious about this ad campaign. I'm just going to call it an ad campaign because
It's got to be it's a marketing scheme.
it is, and it's clever. Because they're trying to say, so what they're saying is it's the little hypnosis film that they show you.
Yeah.
If you like,
Is it like the spinny lines?
Well, so that's what their little little
Okay.
jar has like the little spinny line on it.
We'll put a picture up here.
Yeah. So
So
that's
you know,
kind
that
of
black and white swirl.
yeah, and like the circle that spins, and
That's
it's like,
what's on it.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, they're saying that the film is so powerful that it can't be distributed widely, and it can't be viewed by anyone under the age of 18. So
That's a marketing scheme in itself. I feel like that has no legal bounds.
that's
whatsoever.
like it was a Super Bowl ad campaign. I think it was Skittles. They said that we're going to create a Super Bowl commercial,
yeah.
but only one person can see it. So they made like a whole bunch of mini commercials trying to find the one person who will be able to watch the actual commercial. I never saw where that went, but it just made me think of it.
Yeah, probably is like, go to our website and subscribe for the last... No, I'm not. I'm watching the freaking Patriots win again for the eighth year
time,
in a row,
yep.
and I want to punch myself in the throat every second I'm watching it.
Gosh.
No offense to Patriots fans out there. I don't mean to call you
It's really
dumb,
Chad. Really,
but for real, though, you're dumb.
yeah. So, a trained hypnotist?
Hippocampus.
Hippopotamus.
Trained
Rory
hippopotamus.
Z. Fulcher, which is as just UK as it gets.
Yeah.
With a name like Rory. Makes me think of Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
He was consulted in the development of the campaign, and he's going to oversee the experiment as the winners of like the contest or the application process
Sure.
are taken through a series of mind control techniques designed to change their taste perceptions. And they say like with hypnotism, you kind of have to want to be hypnotized. Like if you're just like
you
so
have to come in with
hard-headed,
an open mind.
yeah.
Of like,
If you're just so hard-headed and this isn't gonna work, then it's not really gonna work. You have to literally open your mind. Is kind of what they say. So I mean, but they say like you will go into a hypnotic state, and I just
witchcraft.
probably dang
Burn
witches,
Marmite
man.
at the stake.
As a man of science once said, it's witchcraft. Yes, I mean. Well, so what really, as like their nutritionist, Marmite's nutritionist is really trying to say, they're trying to get you to go for more of a savory start to the day instead of something that has like high sugar.
For me, Marmite's not savory.
It's disgusting. It's just full of sodium and it hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
We got the weird tongue. I don't think it hurts anyone normal.
All right. Marmite as a brand hurts.
That's true.
Well, I mean, so they're trying to say, like, if you eat something with high sugar, you know, it's going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level, which will give you a fast-paced, like, short-lasting energy, but something that's more savory, like Marmite,
yeah.
will give you, like, a more of, like, a constant energy source throughout the rest of your day.
Dude, bacon does the same thing for me. It's protein, right?
Yeah, I just eat a whole bagel. That's, like, healthy.
Just a whole bagel
Right?
dipped in the grease fat of the bacon. And then put it down with
easy.
some fake juice in the morning. That's what I'm calling orange juice now, is fake juice.
Fake juice. I thought you said vape juice.
Oh,
I was like, you're not supposed to drink that stuff.
oh my gosh. Talk about burn. Lord.
So, I mean...
Hey, we'll see if it works.
Yeah, I mean, but Marmite, Vegemite, it's just, it looks like motor oil. It really does.
And it has the consistency of honey, which is so deceiving.
Yeah, I mean, apparently there's a big rivalry between Vegemite and Marmite.
Are they not the same company?
No, it's like Coke and Pepsi.
Oh, so it's like the same. Yeah, it's like pretty much. There's very minor differences.
Pretty much, but they're
and everyone who's diehard Coke or Pepsi fans out there is like screaming right now. Like, what do you mean minor difference? Look, they're both fizzy. They're both like brownish black, and they both can clean car batteries. So
yes,
eat my butt.
Pretty much. They're actually Coke was around first, but Pepsi is supposed to taste the same. But the main difference, I learned this.
Isn't it sugar?
Probably through the internet. Well, now, so their original recipes, when Coke was originally made, there was no refrigeration.
Yeah.
So you drank it warm.
Ugh.
Yeah, gross. But when Pepsi was made, refrigeration was a common thing. So if you were to drink a cold Pepsi and a warm Coke, the taste alone will be the same.
That's crazy.
That's what the theory is. But anything that's warm automatically doesn't taste good.
So you're saying that cold Pepsi doesn't taste good?
Cold Pepsi's all right.
I mean, look, if your perspective in life is only warm drinks, then what is bad?
Cold.
And is it bad if you've not tasted something cold?
Well, like in the UK, they drink their beer completely room temperature, which I think is
now
gross.
That's just insanity.
That's what I mean. You got to get your heads around what actually tastes good.
Why don't you just dip your warm beer in some Marmite and go back to Britain? I'm just kidding. Yeah. That's funny.
Gross. So yeah, watch out. Don't get hypnotized. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. Tony, where do you store your nuts?
Deep in...
This is a PG podcast.
Well, what are you talking about?
Your nuts. Where do you store them for the winter time?
Oh, okay. My cabinet.
Your cabinet?
My drawers.
See, I go out like a real squirrel boy, and I dig a little squirrel hole in the squirrel ground under the squirrel tree, and I shove my nuts in a hole. Well, these squirrels didn't do that.
Okay.
Like that.
What kind of nut? Like tree nuts, right?
Yeah, tree nuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
I think that was
So these squirrels... Obvious. For the winter, took their nuts, found a way into a car engine, and stored 200 walnuts under the hood of a car.
Well, in what period of time?
They so look, let's go into the story. They were squirrels were taking their supplies, burying it for the winter, but buried it under the hood of a car. They put some grass, 200 walnuts. The owners of the vehicle, this is in Pennsylvania, by the way. The owners of the vehicle said that it was only sitting for a whole weekend.
Wow.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
So in 3 days, these squirrels were like, look, man, I don't know what this is here, but it's just been sitting there for 2.5 hours. Let's just start shoving our nuts in it.
Yeah.
She said she was going down the road and the car seemed strange. She had like a smoky smell that smelled like someone was on fire in the engine. And so she stopped, pulled over, opened up the hood of the car to find 200 walnuts and a ton of grass. I'm throwing a picture here, but it's literally just a little Kia.
Holy crap.
It's literally just a little Kia, and it looks like the engine's a little forest. Like, it's just filled with grass and these walnuts.
The cabin must have had a nice smell to it. Call it like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Just get that.
Well, these were walnuts. I don't know how the walnuts smell, but she said it smelled like something was burning.
Oh, well, that's sad.
So funny. But I love it. The article says 200, not an exaggeration. Like, why would I exaggerate about that?
Yeah.
I mean, these walnuts are pretty big.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost like 201 walnuts.
So one of the guys, so the wife was the one down the road, but she called her husband Chris. And Chris came down, and he spent an hour cleaning them out. And then, they took it with a stride, the incident and everything. But the reporter asked him, and he was like, what do you think? He goes, this is his quote: "There's definitely an angry squirrel wife right now wondering where all the nuts went." What kind of a quote is that?
He's speaking from experience.
He's lost the nuts.
Is he the squirrel?
What if it was him?
What if he got hypnotized by Marmite and it went wrong? And instead of craving Marmite, he craved walnuts, so he just started acting like a squirrel, like some sort of sleeper agent.
See, that would be insane.
All these stories are connected.
Dun dun dun.
But what a dad.
What a legend squirrel.
Yeah, and what a just a dad quote to say. Oh, the squirrel wife is probably angry.
The squirrel wife is real angry.
I mean, those squirrels probably like,
where'd my nuts go?
Yeah,
where did my nutmobile go?
My nutmobile.
I was gonna take my nutmobile out for a nut drive down to the nut factory.
I mean,
I can just picture the one rebellious squirrel. Like, I don't know. It's like a family. It's like, all right, kids. It's like 8 squirrels, and they're like, yeah, Dad. And he's like, all right, kids. You know what to do to help the family survive the winter. We're gonna go get nuts. And there's this one squirrel who walks into the room. He's got like the black parted hair, a Green Day album in his hand, and black eye makeup, and goes, "No one understands me, Dad. I'm not like the other squirrels." "Shut up, Jimmy. You're going to help us get these nuts, and we're going to put them in the ground like we do every year. It's tradition here in Squirrelville." And he's like, "Whatever, Dad." Goes outside, and all the other squirrels, they're all grabbing the walnuts, putting them in their little squirrel holes like good squirrel boys and girls. He's like, "Oh, that looks like a good spot over there." Shoves them all into a freaking Kia.
This is like a kid's book.
Like My Walnut Car.
Except nothing good came out of it. No one learned a lesson. He just lost all of his nuts, and
well, he did.
Car
and he
was
learned
damaged.
that rebelling against the societal norm will get you
beaten,
senseless. Will get an angry squirrel wife in your face.
Yeah, that squirrel wife is just mad because she won't be getting any nuts. Trying to think of more puns. I'm running out.
Yeah, I don't know. You're up next, my friend.
Oh boy. Okay. How do I segue away from that? All right. Well, instead of squirrels, how about deer? I got a story on deer.
The overpopulation in Maryland and how you can't freaking drive down a road.
Well, yeah, it's a natural problem, but it's not as bad as zombie deer. So track with me a little bit on this.
I'm tracking.
So in where's Nevada, there is like an outbreak of a contagious terminal illness that is like mad cow disease. It makes deer lethargic, thin, extremely weak, and like senseless, pretty much.
Whoa!
So they're calling them zombie deer not because they like
eat human brains.
are undead or like they say it sounds like a low budget horror film.
No, that would be Deer NATO.
Deer NATO, right? But so this disease has been spreading and it's now making its way towards Nevada, and Nevada's pretty worried about it for I don't know
all their desert deer.
Oh yeah, the desert deer.
Area 51 deer.
Pretty much. But it affects deer. It neutralizes their unusual fear of
getting near human.
People. Yeah.
Whoa.
So they will just walk right up to you and just go crazy. But it also affects moose and elk. And I mean, a deer is one thing, but a full-grown moose charging at me that's all deranged and flesh hungry freaks me out.
Yeah, because their undercarriage is 6 to 8 foot. The undercarriage.
Yeah, they're huge. You ever see that video of the guy in Canada who's just driving and then it looked like an elephant, but it was just a moose.
They're
just
insane.
tracked out. It like stepped like right over his car. Giant. But so they're coming from Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, and Utah.
Ooh.
And they're kind of closing in. It's like they're surrounding Nevada, which is a little suspicious. Why is this happening now? Why Nevada? Who's making the undead deer?
I don't know. But all I know is that if I saw a zombie deer coming at me, bro, it's the plot of Zombieland. I'm just going at it. Trying to find that box of Twinkies, and I'm just taking out deer with a baseball bat.
Yeah. Yep. It's just a weird story.
So they're not dead. They're just like...
They're not dead. They're just crazy. Crazy deer. It's literally like a horror film, but just like a Netflix original, but not one of the Netflix originals that gets a lot of media attention, like Stranger Things or Orange is the New Black. It's like the one that they are like, oh, we messed up on this. Let's not really talk about it.
But it's there.
But it's there because like, oh, we're not going to take it down. Maybe some people will enjoy it, but they don't have a lot of pride in it. Like, zombie deer.
I mean, you literally just explained half of the Netflix originals.
Yeah, they're.
I look at them, I'm like, Like that one, the St. Clarice diet. Like they had like a cult following, but didn't get like huge. Mm-hmm. They just cancel it. But she was like, she's a zombie.
That's right.
She eats people.
Yeah.
But she's like fully human. She's like, oh hey babe, yump, eats a dead human hand.
So they're gonna do a spin-off of that, but they're all deer now, and it's like
it's animated.
What's that? Open Season? You ever seen Open Season?
Yes.
It's a funny movie.
You know that came out around the time Shrek came out, and I personally believe that if Shrek didn't come out like a year or two before it, that Open Season would have been the new Shrek. Just because of how like quirky, funny it is, the characters and everything, just the plot's kind of like crazy and it has like a lot of stuff in it. Like, but then they made the same amount of like sequels as Shrek did, but like it went nowhere. But it was a pretty solid movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, one of those my controversial thought of the day.
Yes. We're gonna start a campaign. Open Season is better than Shrek.
No,
Fight me.
No, I don't think it is. But I'm saying, I think if it wasn't, I think there would be a cult following.
Only because there's zombies in it. There's zombies in Open Season, right?
I don't think so at all. I think you're thinking.
Well, now there will be because these zombie deer are spreading.
But you know what I think? I think this is just a clever pull by Marmite. Another marketing scheme. I think if you follow the money, Marmite has invested millions of dollars into a little production called Zombieland, Zombieland 2, and that just came out in theaters. What else just came out? This article.
Or,
okay,
here's another sub-thought on that.
Sub-thought.
What if Marmite was testing their hypnosis theory on deer, but they did it in the U.S. because they knew that there's an overpopulation of deer, and they go cramp it because they keep mating like crazy, and they didn't want to affect their own turf just in case something went bad.
That's, oh my gosh, like how they tested the nuke in like the middle of that like desert because they're like, whatever. Like, no one's there, it can't hurt us.
Uh-huh.
But think about it. And we called it if this happens. Just jot this down.
On this podcast, we were the first to say it.
Whatever day this is, it is Marmite is going to come to the U.S. after this becomes a pandemic. And the cure for the zombie deer terminal illness will be Marmite.
Holy crap.
And the cure for humans, because this is going to contract to humans, the deer's going to bite a little kid.
It says in the article that it...
no way can
the CDC is saying like you stay away from it because it can be a risk to humans and it's contagious.
Kids are going to get sick from zombie deer, flu, whatever, and Marmite's going to come in and go, hey, look, we got this little thing. It's like $3. It's like $3 a bottle, and it's like gonna cure your kid.
Yeah, you put it on some toast and you just make sure you enjoy it for your breakfast to make sure you have something savory to start your day instead of something with high sugar.
Yeah, but if you do something savory to start your day off, it'll also keep you cured like a vaccine from this deer disease. Dude.
Okay. Props to the marketing guys at Marmite.
Marmite, what?
Marmite marketing men.
Biological warfare?
To sell their $3 product. Well, so
Just
I
make
mean,
a better product.
but here's the scary part. This is the last thing that the article mentions, which you think, like, if it's this big of a warning, they would put it first. The article says that symptoms take at minimum, 16 months to reveal themselves after exposure. Because the average incubation period is between 2 and 4 years.
For what, a deer?
No, of the virus in a deer. So like, oh, they're fine. It's been like 6 months and nothing's happened. And then a year later, they all of a sudden turn into zombies.
What if like you eat venison or like deer jerky or stuff?
Holy, I don't know. I just had some deer jerky a little while ago.
You're dead. We'll catch you in 16 months, crazy boy. I'll be killing your ass.
Yeah, you're gonna be stockpiling Marmite now.
Dude, yeah, just baby you with Marmite. Like, dude, that was a crazy conspiracy theory from a podcast. It's like, I know what's real. Start screaming as I'm dumping it on you.
It's like that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where the flu's going around and Danny DeVito has to be pure.
What?
So he soaks himself in hand sanitizer and shaves all the hair off his body.
I've never seen that episode.
He wants to be pure. He's like crawling around like a slug.
Yeah.
But it's like that with Marmite.
Oh, jeez.
You're like coating the walls and like the cracks in your window with Marmite. It's like it's just cleaning us.
We gotta be pure.
We have to be safe.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
We're the leading source of your cutting edge conspiracy theories on this
Listen
podcast.
up, pod people, listeners out there. If you want to hear the most updated news on the zombie deer outbreak and the Marmite conspiracy, listen to the DriveTimes podcast.
Yes, weekly updates.
Weekly.
Every time we're doing it.
Every hour.
Yep. Follow
Follow us on Instagram. You can take pictures of deer, just random deer, little deer babies, cute big old deer. But in 16 months, zombies, baby.
Yep.
You know what the opposite of zombies is?
What is that?
Chick-fil-A employees. And connection.
Okay, yeah,
Hard
all
right.
I'm tracking with you.
No, I don't really mean the opposite. But I mean, if everything in life was inherently bad and evil with zombies, then yes, I would say it is the complete opposite of a Chick-fil-A employee.
Wow.
Because they're inherently everything good with the world.
You know what the golden rule is?
My pleasure.
No, treat others the way a Chick-fil-A employee treats you.
That's the golden rule.
That's the golden rule.
What did you say?
The golden rule.
You said no way.
Yeah.
I thought you said you know what the something rule is?
No, the golden rule.
Yeah, the golden rule.
Treat others the way that Chick-fil-A employees treat you.
Oh, that's true. But this Chick-fil-A employee
Yeah,
went a little bit further. Now, there's been stories here in the area in Maryland of Chick-fil-A employees like changing a World War II veteran's tire, like doing all these super nice things for people, going out in a storm to take people's orders, like the elderly people's orders, like so they don't have to like get out of their car, open up their windows, or do all this crazy stuff. Like it's super, like they're just great people. But this one I think takes the cake. Because there's certain things that's not in your job description, but that you do as a good, kind person who wants to like give good customer service. This Chick-fil-A employee climbs down a storm drain to retrieve a customer's phone.
Okay, good for him.
Don't ask me how it got in there. But anyway, Chick-fil-A in itself, no matter what people say about it, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, stupid. Chick-fil-A is voted every year as the America's favorite, cleanest, and most polite fast food chain. Eat it. They have more money than McDonald's and all the other fast food restaurants, and they're closed a day.
Yeah, they're closed 1 day a week.
They're closed 1 day a week, so they have one less day to get all those profits, and they still beat your butts.
Yes, and apparently they have a third of the stores, and they don't stay open 24 hours.
Yep.
And they just make up for all of that. With guys like this who climb in storm drains because that's what Chick-fil-A does. So
in Virginia.
Okay. All right.
They were in Virginia, and this lady walks in with her son, and her son gets out of the van and drops his iPhone in the storm drain. They were really upset because they just paid it off, which is what happens. You know, you pay it off, and then 13 milliseconds later, something bad happens to it.
Of course.
That's just what happens.
Right.
So they said that they were about to lose their minds, and they were trying to look down the storm drain to a dark abyss. And I'm going to put a picture of the dude right here. But this Chick-fil-A worker, He's just smiling. He's happy. He's in a nice button-down blue shirt. And it looks like he's trying to be a Ninja Turtle because half of his body's in this storm drain. He's just looking up at the camera, smiling.
That's a small store drain, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. It's just not enough for like one person to go down. But he goes all the way down there, and he goes down there and gets the kid's phone, and literally, it was just such a nice thing to do. Miss Hall, the person whose kid dropped her phone, said not only did the guy slice his finger open and was filthy from laying on the ground and climbing in the hole, they find out that he actually just got off his shift at Chick-fil-A.
So he wasn't
but was
even
still willing to help.
That is, I need to hire that guy.
I need to own a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I just want
to walk in and be
have
like,
genuine people.
Yeah, just have fun with nice people, dude. Crazy.
Good, yeah. I mean, good for them. Good for Chick-fil-A for actually training that guy for actually for actually showing hey, here's how customer service. And he wasn't even on shift. That was not his responsibility at all. But he was like, I don't care. I'm being nice.
He's like, look, I have the Chick-fil-A uniform on. I'm still empowered by.
Yeah, I'm still representing the brand.
Chick-fil-A brand.
Yep.
I love it.
That's awesome. I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A now. You done? You sold me on the idea of Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah. They also said that the phone wasn't even wet or broken.
That is a
I don't
blessing
understand that.
from Jesus. It's a storm drain. It's what, 6 feet?
Chick-fil-A is pre-blessed. The ground around the Chick-fil-A is pre-blessed, and the storm drains going outside of the Chick-fil-A are all pre-blessed. Hallelujah.
Yeah, right?
I want some
That's
Chick-fil-A.
Awesome. I do.
It's Saturday. I'm taking Claire out to Chick-fil-A. Boom, baby.
Get it while you can.
Claire, we're going to Chick-fil-A.
All right.
Yep, she didn't respond.
Yeah. I mean, it's her loss. Or,
Yeah.
you know what?
I'm just going to take myself. You know what?
That's fair.
You know what? Lonely. I'm just going to go in lonely. Maybe cry a little bit and make some friends with the Chick-fil-A workers.
Knowing then they'll probably
people.
give you something. Yeah, I wonder if somebody, there's really bad prank or social reaction YouTube channels.
Yeah.
That are we pretended to be homeless just to see if people would give us money, and then they say, oh, we're doing this for good because we donated all the money.
It's a social experiment.
Yeah, it's so I bet you there's some guy probably going to Chick-fil-A just seeing what crazy stuff he can get the Chick-fil-A employees to do because they're so nice.
That's so nice.
It's probably really. I'm sure that they would go for many.
It's
they would go above and
in my
beyond.
pants. Can you give me your clean underwear? I have a job interview. I was homeless after this. It was a social experiment, but I played a homeless guy, but I just pooped in my pants, and I need this job to survive because I have 8 kids. Not really, but I do in my head because I'm schizophrenic as well. It's just this whole story that just builds
Chick-fil-A's
up. Chick-fil-A's listen.
How about here's a coupon for some free mac and cheese.
It's like the Chick-fil-A worker goes, you know what? I get 1 free meal a day from Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna use it, return it, get the money from it, and drive you to the Walmart. And you know what? Buy you a brand new suit and tie, just for your. I'll drive you to the job interview. I'll write a personal reference for you. Because I'm a Chick-fil-A employee. He just gets up. And he's Superman stunt.
Yep. That's what Chick-fil-A is all about.
I love it.
Replacing poopy pants and broken phones.
Storm drains, get on my level. Chick-fil-A don't care.
Chick-fil-A is probably on the very high end of just everything across the spectrum. It's not just fast food. It's this is Chick-fil-A. That's just, it's a whole nother tier. It's a whole different angle.
It's that weird middle ground because it's not, I don't think it's fast food, but it's not fine dining. Cause in the sense of you can sit down, waiter. Even though they do wait on you in there.
Yeah, they always say, can I get your refill?
Fill my drink.
Yeah, is there anything else you need?
Stuff my pleasure.
That. Exactly. I've had better customer service from a fast food worker at Chick-fil-A
than some restaurants.
Than some actual 3.5 star restaurants.
Wow, 3.5.
Yeah,
you're getting bougie on me, Tony.
I binge. I
I don't travel.
I don't really have an acquired.
weekly.
Yeah, I don't really have an acquired taste for, like
poor people food,
No, I was going to say the exact opposite, like high end food.
right? Like
Somebody tells
gold
me
leaflets on
like
it.
caviar and
Ugh.
lobster tail and like just random stuff, and I'm like, pizza sounds good right now.
I'd be like, yo, I like a pepperoni pizza, a little pepperoni on my pizza.
Yeah, I'm easy.
Yeah.
Buy me a Smucker's PB&J, and I'm golden. Man.
Oh my gosh, the little round ones. That
Those are
crust cuts
so
off.
good.
I don't understand how good they are. It's literally just white bread without crust.
Yeah,
But it's something about Schmuckers making it.
They make ones that are just straight Nutella inside of them. Like not like hazelnut spread, like actual Nutella, like the good stuff.
Hazelnut spread is Nutella.
Well,
there's
but like
there's a difference.
off-brand.
I know what you mean.
Because Nutella is basically just liquid chocolate.
It's insane.
There's little to none hazelnut, I'm sure.
It's like, look, we're a hazelnut spread. Throw one hazelnut in this giant 5-gallon bucket of just melted chocolate.
Yeah, they're like, it's in there.
Hazelnut, baby. Healthy for you.
I guess.
It's got antioxidants, I think.
It probably does some other healthy stuff.
It had antioxidants at one point in the processing. That's hilarious. Love it, man. What you got for me, T says?
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Smuckers.
I know.
Imagine the Smuckers, but instead of the hazelnut spread, it's filled with Marmite.
Why do you have to ruin my life?
I'm just trying to
Have you
keep you
been
focused.
hypnotized?
You're trying to leave me to go to Chick-fil-A. All right. Let's take you over to Missouri.
Click clock.
So here's what Missouri is doing. If you ever go bar hopping and you realize how ridiculously expensive drinks are,
It's pretty crazy.
It is. For me, I don't drink a lot, so
Slurp.
I can have 1-2 drinks, and then I'm just like, that's all I want.
Sure.
By that point, I spend like $30.
I binge.
Right?
It's bad because I'm just fat. I'm just like, you know what?
I just get it all in me. So this bar in Missouri is actually trying a different concept with their business strategy. So they are actually charging you by hour instead of by drink. It's almost
unlimited drinks within an hour.
Pretty much, and there's also they have different packages you could buy. It averages about $10 an hour.
What?
So if you,
Boy, is that for like 1 or 2 drinks?
No, so that is, it's not really for 1 or 2 drinks. That it's like for unlimited drinks. He says at this bar.
Where's this place again?
This is in Missouri. I don't know where Missouri is.
How far is Missouri?
I don't know where this is.
I know where Michigan is because that's got Michigan stuff.
Yeah, but Michigan.
It's right outside of Ohio, right?
Yeah.
And Ohio's only like 5-6 hours away.
No, I thought that Missouri is south.
No way do I not know geography that
There's
much.
50 whole states. I know what East Coast, they're all crammed together.
No, I thought Missouri was like near Idaho.
No, I'm pretty sure Missouri is like south towards Alabama, Georgia. I'm pretty sure it's like between Louisiana and...
No, that's Mississippi. Are you talking about between Louisiana and Texas?
I'm looking it up because it's bothering me now.
All right, just Google it real quick. But for real, though. So, $10 for unlimited drinks. I need to know where the state is because I need... There it is. It's between Kansas and Kentucky.
Right. Okay. Not where either of us thought it was going to be.
So, you thought it was the South. I thought it was the North. It's actually the
like
mid...
Right in between.
The mid. Because this is Midwest.
Yep.
So, guys, if like Maryland, D.C. is mid-east... And like Nevada is Midwest because it's like in the middle like of America, but it's in the West. There's also this Northeast and Southeast and Northwest and Southwest, and there's like a mid north.
Between all of that,
all of that is this thing called the mid.
Pretty much,
it's the middle.
It's all the stuff that we forget about.
But it's also the middle.
Yeah.
It's not south enough.
It's not west.
South enough to be south, but it's not north enough to be north.
It's just completely
Missouri's
landlocked.
the mid, dude. That's why we didn't know.
It's just a completely landlocked state that's just in the middle of the U.S.
Anyway.
So Missouri.
Right.
Only like 4 people live in Missouri, I'm sure.
No, it's not North Dakota.
Right. So they have food. They have bottomless brunch days.
Wow.
and they have Taco Tuesdays. But anyone can come in, order food. It's like a brewery that we have here in Maryland.
Sure.
It's a lot of breweries where they just sell beer and you can bring your own food. Sometimes they have food trucks. They have other catering stuff.
Yeah,
but you
they
just
don't have
bring
like a full kitchen kind of thing.
Yeah,
they have like,
so
like
they just
and,
So it's just they bring in outside food and say, hey, you can send, or you can have it delivered. So I mean, they do Taco Tuesdays and some brunch days, but most of the time it's just a bar with drinks. And
wow.
Their business model is just saying, we sell time, we don't sell drinks. Which is it's an interesting concept. I think that it's worth that time.
It's just a beer buffet. That's all this is.
Yeah.
It's not some new concept in the sense of like, dude, what if, I don't know, you had like something that's unlimited, you know?
Yeah,
Chinese are sitting there like, you freaking idiot.
Yeah,
Just come
we've
out
done
Chinese
this
buffet.
exactly. We've been doing this forever.
But I mean, it's still a really cool concept in a sense,
I think
because
so.
it's
And actually, concept. The bar's name is Open Concept.
ooh, because it's an
Clever.
open concept.
Clever.
I love fancy names like that. Like, we're the taco place.
Yeah.
It just says taco place.
Yep. And all they sell is like spaghetti.
And meatballs.
Yep. They don't even sell tacos.
Chicken and waffles.
Yep. So they're I didn't take a look at their website, but in the article it shows that you can have you can book in advance and you can get a full refund if you miss their appointment, is what they say. So if you miss your drinking appointment, you get a full refund.
Drinking appointment? This is alcoholism.
Oh, holy crap! You're right.
Oh my gosh! I have an appointment with who? The doctor for a checkup? You know, for your health? Well, kind of. He's at the bar just guzzling down beers.
He's like, I gotta get all this beer in my stomach so I can regurgitate it later because I paid for it now.
This is my appointment, guys.
But so a lot of bars and stuff that I've been to where I hang out in, they have it so you don't. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a good place to hang out because they don't
Sure.
want you to encourage. They don't want to encourage you to drink and drive. Here's my only issue with this idea, though. So let's say if you're at the bar and you've had enough drink and you're done, but you still got to hang out for another hour or two to sober up. There's like board games, peanuts, like other stuff for you to do.
Sure.
Get some food. You can get something in your stomach. You can sober up for a bit. But here, what if people think, oh shoot, I have to go. I don't want to pay another $10. But what if he's not sober? That is my only issue. I'm hoping that the bar kind of takes that into consideration, and they say, hey, it's okay. This day, like, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll figure out in 5 years if they have a lawsuit on their hands or
because people are gonna like, all right, I'm done drinking, and then they leave. I do think that it is a great idea for their business model. I think it's a nice change of base because drinks are expensive.
One drink is $10.
That's what I mean. Drinks are expensive.
But everything's expensive in Maryland, so it's like I don't even know what the real world
That's true.
pays
This is Missouri.
for anything normal.
I feel like their gas is already like 50 cents cheaper because there's such a landlocked state.
Well, howdy, partner.
Right?
Welcome to
I don't know what goes on. I don't think I've ever...
Want a gallon of milk?
Can you think of anything from Missouri?
Do they even have a football team? I'm just trying to think of a football team. Isn't Kansas City in Missouri?
There's no way.
I know Kansas City isn't in Kansas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disappointing. Isn't St. Louis in Missouri? They had a big archway.
St. Louis, Missouri?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Missouri, there's pictures of...
Oh, it is St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, so they have something.
So where is Kansas City?
Utah?
There's no way.
Let me see. Kansas City is in Missouri. Missouri has 2 football teams? Well, no, they don't have the Rams anymore.
That's right, because apparently it's a very awful city.
St. Louis?
Apparently.
That's horrible. Like,
no,
awful
apparently.
In, like, crime? Or
yeah,
like
apparently, like, crime is bad.
Dude, that's horrible.
There's a lot of the Civil War took place in Missouri. Okay.
Really?
I can't believe that Kansas City is not in Kansas.
Yeah, just like Indianapolis is... Wait, it is in Indiana. Never mind.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Yeah, just like
It's like having a city called
Maryland
Utahville.
has California.
That's true. California, Maryland.
Yeah, but that's not the
dumb.
same thing in the sense of
guess.
like because Kansas City's a big city,
Yeah.
not in Kansas.
Are the pride and joy of the
Missouri.
star of Missouri is called Kansas. That's either good for Kansas.
That's probably why no one knows
Kansas.
who Missouri is, because everything that actually is worth talking about in Missouri is named by something else. Like, it has nothing to do with Missouri at all.
Yep.
That's funny, dude. I like that.
We're one day when we're like filthy rich, because obviously we're internet tainers.
Oh,
of course
yeah.
we're gonna get rich,
Yeah, something, right?
right?
Well,
Anytime you're on the internet, you're famous and you make a lot of money.
that's always how it is.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a lot of these places and talk about and
As
just
I have
visit.
socks with holes in them.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I can't afford new socks. No, that's not true, but it is kind of because I have a kid.
I'm excited for that.
Money drain. That's so funny. So,
What do you got?
speaking of funny, okay, well, this one is actually pretty horrible. Shout out to our boy. He's making us a. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it. A button. One of those buttons. I was almost just blanked out on, the Staples button where you hit it and it's like, got it or whatever.
Yeah.
Micah is going to make us a Florida Man
Oh, okay.
theme song.
That's
So
right.
we can hit it and it's like, Florida Man, like something crazy. You hit it and then it's the Florida Man segment. So what you all been waiting for, not really, but Florida Man segment. Let's see what our crazy but Florida men are up
What
to
did he
today.
last week? What did he do last week?
I don't remember.
He went to the beach. That's what he did last
Yeah, it
week.
was something nice. But
He
then
went
I
to
had
the
something
beach.
crazy. The dude beat up his girlfriend with the sauce. The
Yeah,
sweet and sour
that-
sauce from McDonald's. Yeah, so we had a good one. And there was a good one for this week, but, we'll save that for next week.
All right, so in the spectrum of 93-year-old man visiting the beach or guy beating up his girlfriend with sweet and sour sauce packets because she got the wrong food from McDonald's,
I'd
which
say
side of the spectrum does
It's
this fall
one
on?
step above sweet and sour sauce packet domestic violence.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
but it's
So
not
this
it's not
Florida
good.
man has been accused of firing a pee-filled squirt gun at a woman.
Oh, no.
So this dude,
Whose pee was it?
he was a 71-year-old man. It was
Oh,
his
you're
pee.
too old. Oh.
It was
I bet
his
you
pee.
It smells like asparagus and
What if
it's
this
gross.
is the same guy who went? No, he was 90 years old. The same guy who went to the beach.
Oh, no.
No, so it
How
gets
the
even
innocent
crazier. This dude literally filled a squirt gun with his own urine and sprayed a woman who was walking her dog. Why, you might ask? Because this woman walks her dog every day and is spying on him from the government. Not really at all, but in his own head it is.
I mean, I can see where he's thinking of.
What do you mean?
We just had a discussion about how Marmite is infecting zombie deer.
But that's not different at all. But literally, she just
You don't fire pee at the person, you know?
yeah. That's what one of the comments said on the post. This guy goes, "That's what I would do in that kind of a situation if I knew the government was trying to spy on me and my family.
That's
I
if
would
you
squirt her in
knew.
the face with pee."
I mean, that's... I mean, if you, like,
But she wasn't. She was just walking her
She was
dog.
just walking her dog.
She lives in the neighborhood. It's her route. But every time he gets up, he's like, "Oh my gosh,
There she is again. That
She's-
dog is a
why
robot
is she-
filming me.
that dog works for the bourgeoisie." No.
Oh, a
But for real.
pee-filled squirt gun. That's gross.
I just
Oh, that's so gross.
Florida, what's happening? That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Florida man. And this is straight from Fox 4 Southwest Florida News. This guy's a nut. For me, and the only reason I'm calling him a nut, like, I'm not trying to call him names. I'm not trying to, like, oh, this guy's so dumb, all those guys. But I can't fathom the mental thought process
Right?
that goes from this woman is spying on me from the government because she's walking her dog to how will I handle this situation?
naturally fill a squirt gun full of my asparagus-smelling pee and squirt her with it.
In the face.
Did she throw up?
For me,
Did she get pink eye or something?
I don't know. She said
I hope he was hydrated or something. At least do the decency.
She says she reported it to the police, and they came and picked him up and charged him with some kind of misdemeanor or whatever.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, right? Yeah, faces a misdemeanor battery charge. But the officers were talking to him, and he said he would do it again.
I mean, when the government comes to invade and take back the country from the people, I would hope that he's on our side. But that's weird, man. Yeah, chill, bro. Don't do that. It's a no-no. But imagine what your thought process will be when you're 71. So in like 45 years, what will you be thinking about?
I mean, I might think about someone spying on me from the government.
Right.
But I'm not going to go out there and mess with people.
Good point. Understood.
But yeah, he might be senile. There might be something wrong.
That's gross.
Blech.
Florida men just need to grow old and go to the beach. Go to Disney World a few hundred times.
And then die.
Yeah. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Florida man.
Become Florida man. Florida man has got to be like the anti-hero of the real world. People hear that and they're just like, what is he going to do now? I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad.
But there's no in between.
I don't want to be involved.
Florida man gets up, eats breakfast, goes to work, comes home, kisses his wife, and falls asleep every day for 50 years. It's either Florida man creates a charity that goes viral, making millions and millions of dollars to help children with cancer, or Florida man gets high on bath salts and starts eating kids with cancer. Right? It's no in between.
You're right. That's the second pee-related Florida man story we've had on our show.
Oh yeah, pee in the icebox.
Yep.
Classic.
I have fond memories about the yellow
What was
ice.
that, episode 2?
I think so.
Attack of the Florida man.
Yes. What is the name of this episode going to be? We got to figure that out.
I don't know.
We don't want to overuse
It's got to be
man.
Marmite. It's something with Marmite.
Gross.
So what episode is this? 8? So it has to be something with The Last Jedi, because I do Star Wars titles for our podcast, from the Phantom Pigeon to Attack of the Florida Man to Revenge of the, like, it's all the Star Wars titles. So this one will be the Last Marmite.
The Last Marmite. That's right. Because that's the last thing you will see before you die.
Is literally zombie deer licking its lips with a box of Marmite. Ew. Well, you want to tell them who our sponsor is this week, Tony?
Yeah, big thank you to our sponsor, us.
Yay!
Because we sponsor every episode until we get a sponsor. If you want to take a peek at our Patreon, all we ask for is $1 a month, maybe more if you feel generous.
One-time donations are fine, but
we appreciate any and all support. We're very thankful for all of our patrons out there who donate and help us do this cool thing that we get to do. Yeah,
money goes back into the show or into our kids' college fund. We split it up that way to save money for our kids. So
and
do for the children.
Yes, and I'm going to be sending emails to Marmite, getting them to sponsor this episode. Future episodes. We're going to sell out and start talking nice about Marmite.
Yes.
Or we get Vegemite to sponsor. Say, Marmite is disgusting. They're making zombie deer.
Just send
Vegemite,
2 emails.
however.
Send 2 emails. One to Marmite saying, hey, we'll stop talking bad about you if you give us money. And one to Vegemite be like, hey, we're talking bad about Marmite. I want to know if you want in.
Right.
That's what I'm in for, man.
Right.
Sponsorships, baby.
See who offers the bigger check.
I'm just kidding.
But seriously, thank you to anyone watching. Yeah. We appreciate you. And remember, oranges aren't real.
Oranges aren't real. Guys, if you like this episode of DriveTimes podcast, share it with a friend, family member. Listen to it on your drive. Just if you enjoy it, share it. Spread it around. Thank you to all of our listeners from our successful launch on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube. We're over 200 listeners now.
Big thank
combined. So this is amazing.
It is. It's humble beginnings.
Yes. I'm very excited for what the future holds. So leave a like, comment what you think.
Oh, and shout out to our friends from Arizona who are tuning in and listening to us.
My cousin.
Yes.
Drew, he's an Air Force man.
Look at that.
Dude.
My mom was Air Force. She did that for a while.
And this is the part of the show where we just thank everyone who's serving in our military.
Yes.
No, but for real though, they're amazing. They're strong. He says I think he said he was like working in the, he works on these planes and does stuff. The Air Force is, the smart people. So he's super smart. He's so intelligent.
Yeah.
And
he's smart enough to keep listening to our podcast because he realizes what we do is pretty cool. Yes. We are Air Force and U.S. military approved.
This is, that's the stamp of approval for the military. Is my cousin.
You're one guy that you know.
Listening to it and showing his buddies in his platoon. Is it platoon in the Air Force?
It's
I have
something.
no idea. To his squad. No, it's not squad.
His comrade.
To his SWAT team. No. Thank you guys for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening, liking, commenting, subscribing, whatever you need to do. Till next time.
Yeah, we'll see you later. My name's Tony.
My name's Alex.
We are
the Dad Bods.
Yeah, there you go.
Peace.
See you guys.